All right, in this little video here, we're going to talk about uploading our images to our Wix portfolio and how they kind of should go. First thing we need to know is how to navigate through our website to make sure we're going to the right place. So up in the upper left-hand corner, we've got a switch page options. It's a drop-down box. From here, you can choose the different sections of your portfolio. This being an example portfolio, it's not good looking, by the way. I've only got a Illustrator tab being made. So let's go check out the pen tool page. Right now, you can see I've got four practice documents up there. Let's go ahead and delete those. And we're going to repost some stuff to this page. So what are some things that we should be looking for on a project page? Let's start there first. First thing we need to do is we need to go to the add button over here where the little plus symbol is. There's a lot of things in here that we can access and make our page look better. The first thing we want to do is make sure we have a heading. A heading is going to be super important to let people know what they're looking at when they're on that page. So pick one that you like. I'm going to take huge title, drop it out here. If I double click on it, we're going to say WIX image upload. It's just a quick practice, right? So we're going to size this so that it fits properly, right? It's kind of in the middle of my page. Maybe I want to get in and edit my text a little bit and start playing with my settings, center it potentially. And then once I got it selected, over on the right, don't forget about these options, right? These here allow us to align stuff to our page. These alignment things are super important to us. This just snapped it right to the middle of the page. It's looking good right there. Now we can go ahead and talk about different ways that we can upload images to a page. So again, I go back to this plus symbol here and I go to image, and then I've got my uploads, image collections, and then social stuff. We probably just want to hang out in the my uploads. So I go click on that. This is where I can take stuff that I've saved on my iDrive and put it up onto my portfolio. You can see I've got a few projects in here that I've exampled before, but let's go find some more pieces and get it here. So we'll click the upload media button in the upper left-hand corner. By doing that, we now have a dialog box in which we can pull from different things. We could do our Google Drive if that's what we want, or we can drag and drop files, or we can just simply click the upload from computer button. That's probably the easiest way for you. And then I would navigate over on the left-hand side here, find your iDrive, and start working through trying to find where you put your files. For the previous example, I used my desktop. So let's go back out there, and we're going to go down to the saving for Wix folder. You can see I've got 3 files in here that I want to put onto my portfolio. I could go ahead and click on one and then click open, but I like to work smarter than harder. So I either can hold shift and I can select all of them, or I can hold the control key and click on them and then select them that way. But it does allow me to do a mass selection. So then I can click open, and they're going to be just uploaded to this image gallery here, kind of where everything's going to stay. And then from here, I can choose which files I want to put out onto my portfolio. So say I just want to put this t-shirt. I click on it once to activate it. That's going to be the piece that goes up. And I click add to page. There we go. You'll notice that it went on top of my text though. So we probably want to go back and do a little bit of resizing. If I hold the shift key, right, I can make it a little bit smaller. Again, I can use my alignment keys and it'll snap to the middle of the page if I want. I can select it, use my arrow keys, and I can do a little nudge up to kind of make it sit where I want it on the page. Maybe some other things that I could do to make it better. I could do some styling stuff to it if I wanted. I could put it on a frame. So if you look in here, there's filters, animations, there's links, there's design. So if I click on the design button, you can see I could put a quick little frame around it, make it be more than just a regular square document on there. It adds a little more to it. It sets it off on a background that is maybe a little bit more challenging to view. This will help you set out your design a little bit and go from there. There's even more pieces you can do. You can throw these little fake pieces of tape up there. There's a lot of options to customize it. You can do a little Polaroid action if the picture looks right, but this one isn't quite there. So that's one way. And whenever you have to display just one image on a page, we're more than happy with you just doing a an image right on the main screen there. But if you got multiple images that you want to display, we probably want to put it up there as what's called a gallery. So instead of going and clicking image and then my uploads, maybe this time we choose gallery and we pick one of the gallery options. All right, so I chose that first one there just as an example. We're not going to worry about where it's sitting on the page yet. We'll do that once we get our photos into there. We're going to click manage media, and you can see we've got all these stock imagery. We can't keep stock imagery. It's not an option for your guys' portfolios. It's one of the things you'll get points taken off for. So we want to select all of them. Once everything's been selected, we can push the delete key here, and all those stock imageries go away, and now we can add our own in. So we go to the add media option, image, and now you can see we've got different pieces. So let's play with these pen tool activities. So I've got, 5 files selected there. Let's go ahead and click add to page. Boom, they're out there. We could give descriptions if we wanted to give them a little better name if that was what needed to be done. We'll click done at this point, and you can kind of see they're sitting on the page. And they're kind of small and we can't see all the pieces to them. So there's some things that we could potentially do. We can drag this out a little bit, right? And drop that there. Maybe they get a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to read. But now let's get in here and do a little bit more to it. Let's go to settings, right? So inside of our settings, maybe we can go to the layout tab and we can choose customize, and we can say fit. So now instead of having these images cropped, we're starting to see how we saved them. And if we saved them and they all had the same artboard size, you would have nice clean pieces there to make things work. What are some other things we can do? How many per row? So maybe we only want 2 per row, right? So then it knocks it down that way. With 5, it's a little weird, but we're gonna knock that back up to 3, and then yeah, I think that's pretty good, right? We could show titles if we wanted. It would put the title out there on the image if that was something we had. We can go back to settings if we needed to, or the design aspect of it, overlay icons, how things are going to move. But there's a lot of things you can play with. But at this point, if we go to, let's select it real quick and we'll align it to the middle of our page because we always want to keep things kind of in the center. Let's go to preview and just take a quick peek at what this looks like. You can see as I hover over a gallery, it gives me an option of clicking. And if I click on it, it'll become larger and then I can actually see the image in its entirety. You'll see the name. If I click the arrow key, it'll slide me over so I can see my other projects. So that is a little bit about getting images up to your portfolio. Don't forget, anytime you make a big change, click publish for us so we can grade it. Good luck.